What did you use?
A saw.
Brittany Barron was beaten and forced to behead her own friend. Both husband and wife were tried in court in this shocking case of jealousy, abuse, and murder. The nightmare began for the 31-year-old mother when she was beaten and choked after telling her husband, Armando Barron, she wanted a divorce. A week later, Armando found out she'd been texting her friend and co-worker Jonathan Amaro.
Brittany said what followed was a violent assault, with her husband beating her about the face repeatedly and strangling her so hard she says she passed out.
Barron admits to having considered a romantic relationship with Anthony, but her husband found the text. He then texted Jonathan pretending to be Brittany and lured him to a park in the woods. The jealous husband then beat him in front of her.
When he stomps on his face.
According to Barron, Armando then forced her to join in, ordering her to slit Jonathan's wrists and stand on his neck.
I could hear John struggling, like he was trying to breathe.
Barron said she refused to kill her Jonathan. When she refused, he did it himself.
Do it. Shoot him.
What did you tell him back?
No.
Did you say whether you could do this?
I was like, I can't. Yeah, I can't.
According to her testimony, his last words were, "I thought you were going to let me live," before her husband shot him 3 times. The couple then drove 200 miles across New Hampshire with the body before Armando ordered Brittany to cut off Jonathan's head so the body could not be identified.
You removed Mr. Emerald's head with his body still in his Subaru Impreza, correct?
That is correct.
And you had done that so that when you removed his head, it would fall to the ground.
Yes, I did.
After Brittany had decapitated Jonathan, she wrapped his head in a tarp and placed it in a grave.
What was the defendant doing while you did that?
Watching me do it.
Armando Barron also helped hide the body in a campsite. He is charged with murder. Brittany Barron found herself charged with falsifying physical evidence. Prosecutors read out a list of her attempts to cover up the crime.
Covered it with a tarp?
Yes.
Cut down branches?
Yes.
Piled those branches in front of and around and on top of the vehicle?
With the help of Mr. Braun, yes.
She states that she only acted this way because she was ordered to do so.
You tried to hide the vehicle itself?
Under instruction, yes.
The woman now faces her own charges of falsifying physical evidence. She pleaded not guilty, stating how carried out her actions due to fear for her life.
Everything that the state alleges that Miss Barron did, she did under duress, and I mean under duress, meaning direct fear from her for her life.
She appeared in court with 2 black eyes.
This woman has 2 black eyes, the result, cops say, of a beating by her enraged husband after he discovered she was having an affair with a co-worker.
Brittany said she thought her husband was going to kill her.
Armando beat her severely and threatened her. He put a gun in her mouth.
Armando Barron also had access to the couple's daughter. Brittany's lawyer argued more than just fear for her own life pushed her into doing what her husband demanded. Despite being forced to do it, Brittany says she is haunted by her actions.
I regret it every day, and I know that I have to live with what I've done for the rest of my life.
She was sentenced to 3.5 years in prison for her crimes. As for her husband, he received life in prison without parole.
The fact that the defendant's destruction of evidence was in an effort to conceal a capital murder is especially alarming and concerning for the safety of the general public.
Thanks for watching this episode of Crime 101. Be sure to subscribe for more stories about the world's most shocking offenders.